Hey guys, how are you doing today? That was so cute. I said hey guys and the little cat was like meh. So you will probably know that I am quite a big simulation genre fan, from life sims to like farming sims, job sims, town sims, whatever. And I've been a big player of the Sims franchise since Sims 2. I've played all the Sims games on my channel, and I, follow the simulation genre pretty closely. And Inzoi has been a game that we've been talking about for a couple years now. I've been following the progress of it pretty closely, and it recently entered early access. Some of you have been asking here on the channel if I'll play it or requesting me to play it, and honestly at first, I'm not gonna lie, I did not think I was going to be getting it. I felt like I was seeing a lot of mixed things from people on the state of the early access, the state of the game. I was unsure if I wanted to get it in early access or not. Obviously I've changed my mind, I am now playing it, but I thought that I would be sort of reviewing it for you here today. We'll be checking out 3 sort of gameplay modes: the Create a Zoi, the Build Studio, and then like the actual gameplay. I've so far done Create a Zoi and the Build Studio, so that's really what I have to comment on right now, and then we'll check out the gameplay together. I do think it's early access for sure of what I've seen so far. I have to hope that things change, because right now there's things I like, things I don't like, and I will talk about all of them with you today. So if you're on the fence on if you wanted to get Inzoi, or if you're not even sure what this game is and want to know more, then please keep watching. I'm going to be giving you an in-depth review, my thoughts sort of thing. And if you are playing Inzoi, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you having fun? Did I miss something that you think is relevant and we should talk about? Feel free to let me know in the comments, okay? And be sure, like and comment and all that for more ASMR gaming content. I will say, I love this cat because it reminds me of Pippin. I think this cat's not like a cat though, and he's like some sort of god in this world, which is crazy. Okay, so the 2 things I've done so far, which are kind of like my benchmarks, are that I've made myself and I built my house. I think that those are good sort of benchmark tests for everyone to do, like how easily can you make yourself and make your home. So let's talk about Create a Zoi first. This is our character creator. A lot of the sort of reviews I've seen so far have stated that it feels like most of the development has gone into the Create a Zoi and the build mode, and that what's lacking is the gameplay. I will say, I'm not even sure I think Create a Zoi is lacking a little bit right now. I think you can create some really cool characters, but there are things like hairstyles that I think are quite lacking right now. Hold on, the audio is really loud, and I thought that I had turned it down, but I'm gonna turn it down more, and I have to do that thing from the main menu. Okay, we've got a newly randomized character. Actually, it would be kind of cool if we could just randomize. I don't see a randomize button though. Photo mode, filters, and then these weird things like facial capture, which I don't know how that's supposed to work, and motion capture, no clue, guys. But we do have some presets, a lot of presets actually. And when you go into the Create a Zoi, you can kind of make your own preset. So while I think what we're seeing here is pretty realistic looking characters, some would say border on uncanny valley. I definitely tend to agree. I'm really mixed on if I like a realistic style in life simulation games, because while they can look really good in single photographs, when they move, that's where you enter uncanny uncanny valley territory, right? I'm not sure that they hold up really well. I think in terms of graphical fidelity, going for something very stylized tends to hold up better. But I guess we'll see. You know, this is offering us a very different sort of create a person mode than something like The Sims, which has a highly stylized look to their Sims and to their world. So how is it actually making a person from scratch? Like if we wanted to stop and like this guy. There's different life stages. I've heard there's more life stages than this, but these are the ones that you can choose. So, oh my gosh, how cute is that? Turning him into like a little baby. That's darling. So you got child, you got teenager, young adult, middle-aged, and senior. I do really like the amount of life stages that we have. I think having a gap between adult and senior is nice because, let's be real, this jump is quite sudden, isn't it? And then I heard there's also a preteen, I think in between child and teenager, because this is also a huge jump. But you can't start with that for some reason. So anyway, we're gonna make a young adult. We have male and female gender, or you can click here and it looks like you can customize your gender and who you're attracted to kind of deal. It's not quite as in-depth as the Sims version of that, where it's like, who can you get pregnant, or can you get pregnant, and how do you pee, which is kind of funny. I haven't looked at like these traits yet. I've mainly been looking at the actual Inzoi. So here's the presets. Then we have specifically face presets. So if we click on these, they'll, I guess, change everything about the face, skin tone, hair, but not necessarily like the clothes that they're wearing. So pretty good in terms of not a lot of same face syndrome. Like, for example, the Sims and like Sims 3, they all kind of looked the same, you know what I mean? These are pretty varied. I see a little bit of same face syndrome in some of these, but I think that you can definitely make a wide, diverse cast of Zoes here, which is really fun. I think I started with this base because this one is probably like one that looks a little similar to me. But you can really make pretty unique looking ones. However, like I said, I think hair here is kind of lacking. So you've got these short hair styles, you've got these medium styles, you've got these long styles, and they're, honestly, I thought these were lacking the most, like, because I have like medium to long hair, and none of these are really, this is probably the closest to my hair. Like not, or maybe that one, I don't know, they're pretty lacking. And then if we're talking about textured hair, like we have a very, and that's not even very, let's see, it's curly, you know, we don't have a lot of options here. So I can see this being a big complaint for people. We don't have a huge diverse amount of hairstyles. Hopefully, like I said, it's early access. I would hope that they add a lot more in the future. I'm not trying to judge the game too much based on something that I think could easily be added. Like making a new hair, that's really not a huge deal, is it? And then to change, you've got a nice color wheel here, really easy. There's presets. A silly complaint I have is that it's really hard to make dark brown hair. So my hair is like the deepest shade brown possible, where it's almost black. And so like here's black, it's very clearly black, right? It's so hard. It just kind of, see, it just kind of jumps to black. And see, that's too light. And I try to make it, and it just, like, you probably want to be somewhere about there. It's awkward. Yeah, that can be a little awkward. Some of them, I guess, have, I guess not all of them. The one I was looking at earlier, I get this, had a bunch of highlight colors. So like you could do, you know, crazy. Okay, I feel like I'm making Harley Quinn. Doesn't she have hair like this? Then what is this? Yeah, we're basically just making Harley Quinn right now. Right? But you can do that. Obviously it depends, like not all of them have this level. Some are just one color, just solid one color. Anyway, then in terms of skin, pretty neat. You have like actual skin textures. See, they vary a little bit here. This one's got like a little more freckles. Well, that's something you can change. Just slightly different looks in terms of skin texture. It's not all one flat texture. And then we have quite an array of colors, and of course you can even go like fantasy. We can make Alphaba. My PC fan is kicking on quite a bit, which is a good time to talk about performance. I have had really good performance so far. However, I'm running a very high-end PC. I would hope it would work well on mine. Your mileage may vary. Some of you may not be having such good performance. And I've just been in the build mode in the Inzoi, but it looks good. And aside from that, my PC really hasn't been running too hot, or my fan hasn't been going very much. So, not that I've noticed at least. So there's some sliders here for like some specific details that you couldn't necessarily like add eye bags and stuff like that. However, we can go here into like the detailed editing mode, and this is where we really sculpt. It doesn't feel super in depth. I feel, like, I'll be honest, sometimes the sliders feel like, for particularly the nose here, right when I get to the limit of where you can go, that's where I feel like I was just starting. Like, I can't make a nose wider than that, you know? So, like, this is a pretty wide nose tip, but we could go a little bit more. So, not the most intense sliders, so to speak. These aren't sliders, but you know what I mean. See, kind of limited motion. There's max top and bottom. Other than that, though, it is kind of a Sims 4 style create a sim, which I think is better than sliders. It's nice to just push and pull on your different facial features, body parts, ears, earlobes. It doesn't feel, like I said, it doesn't feel like enough is happening. I don't feel like I'm doing as much as I do in The Sims, so it's good. But okay, well, that's pretty extreme. Yeah, basically extremes is what I'm talking about. Like, I guess that does seem a little extreme. I could make her smile. Very wide mouth. Ooh. So, some things are good, some things not as good. Eyes, they have quite a lot of different eye sort of effects beyond just like color. I'll turn on the basic editing. Even with that, you can like say if you want the eyes to be a little bit more narrow or wide, and you can change the tilt. But as you can see, there's all sorts of like different crazy eye effects and colors, cat eyes. So they are letting you do quite a lot of fun things that you... She's got quite the chat draw right now, doesn't she? Let's maybe calm that down a bit. Now she looks like Timothy Chalamet. Okay, I don't know what I've done. She looks like she's maybe had a bit of work done. Let's see if I can like soften up this jawline. Maybe it's in the chin. Oh no, that's, yeah, okay. Let's see. It's very square. Just see if I can, not that she can't have a square jaw, but okay, I'm making it worse. It's looking more Chalamet-esque. I don't. So yeah, clearly I'm not very good at this. I've only ever made the Inzoi, and it was just to kind of look like me. Not a huge amount of eyebrow options to start. Although I appreciate that this one really looks like my natural. I can't really see because of her hair. Hold on, let me see if I can just like pull. I have terrible eyebrows. What's under eyes? That's right. And they look like this. They're like super non-existent. Anyway, lashes. Fun. Makeup. Really good amount of makeup. You know, we can really. Wow, it's quite intense highlighter, isn't it? Okay, now she looks like a vampire, but you know, it's fun. You can make the colors. The blush, we could go with something really cute. Even that, got like little hearts. The eyeliner options are okay, I guess. Lipstick, we could overline the lips, you know. Her lips are kind of pointy, I just realized. It's like, there we go. And, you know, you've got all sorts of different colors you can be changing to. Intensity, sort of change the opacity. Really made quite a clown girl, haven't we? Hold on, let's complete the clown girl look. Let's give her something like really intense. Okay, there we go. So if you like, you know, messing around like with fun character creators, I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. It's definitely a good character creator. It's fun. However, like I said, in terms of like the hair, I think hair is probably where it's really lacking. Another thing that is really lacking, oh my god, I'm so sorry, girl, to me is the body. You can make a range of bodies from thin to not quite as thin. Thin? Not quite as thin. Yeah, okay, I think a lot of other people have called out, of course you can make the boobs huge. A lot of people have definitely called out the game for not being very diverse in terms of body type. These body sliders are really minimal. You can't really make a more plus size character. It doesn't really. Let's see how far we can push it. And I guarantee they will not be that plus size. This is really not. This is a pretty normal person. A pretty normal looking body. She does it. She got quite the peach though. I mean, can we change like posture? Is that what it? Oh, that's the boob slider. Okay. So yeah, if this is the most extreme we can go, it's not super diverse. I think a lot of people might not really. Oh, we can make the hips a bit bigger. They are cutting into the arms though. So they did not alter the arm shape around it. Anyway, this is the most extreme we can get, and you can make pretty muscular. Yeah, this is the body weight slider basically. So not the best, but muscles, no muscles. Next, in terms of the outfits, some decent choices here, but I still think quite lacking compared to The Sims. Of course, I'm kind of comparing The Sims with like DLC, which is not really fair. This is an early access game with no DLC. So, I just think maybe The Sims has slightly more an array of styles, you know? Whereas a lot of this is pretty fashionable, I would say. Not a lot of like quote-unquote ugly options, which are kind of what the game, you know, you kind of have to have a mix of everything, so you don't want everyone to be a super cute Instagram model, right? Not everyone's gonna be. Sometimes you want to make a grandma type and she's rocking something she would have worn in the 70s, so not a huge amount of options for those kind of Zoes. But these are the outfit presets. If we actually look at the like tops, here's all our top options, and as always, everything's color slider, nothing's changing. What am I looking at? Oh, it's the one underneath. Okay, well, that's because she's got an outerwear on. Oh, yeah, so see, we've got some kind of clip booking here. Take that off. Yeah, so changing the color. And then what's fun about these is you can like upload your own texture. Like let's say I wanted to put my logo, my like YouTube like logo on it. Hold on, I will load that up. So like this is my like galaxy background, and how's it gonna look? So it's tiling, so I'd have to adjust the scale. But yeah, if I scale it like that, it's not terrible. You can kind of adjust the position. Some of it's better than others. But yeah, this is my JubileeWhispers sort of like galaxy background. So you can do that. You can also use an AI feature. This is something I initially balked at because I don't like certain uses of AI in games. Now, a lot of games use AI in a way that's not anything to be concerned about. Like pretty much all simulations are going to create some sort of AI, which is like the pathing that the characters take, or like randomizing the different things they do that make them seem realistic, you know, like the things the NPCs are doing. This is fine. This is a normal usage of AI. What we're concerned about is generative AI that is being trained on artwork that it is stealing, right? So they claim, Krafton claims that their AI, and I think you can see here, is trained exclusively on owned content and publicly available copyright-free materials. So the fact that they clarified that made me feel a lot better. Another concerning thing about AI is that it uses a lot of water to run all of these servers and computers to run things like ChatGPT and all that. So if you're someone who's a little more environmentally conscious and you're concerned about the water usage, you might not want to support things that utilize AI. This is using your own PC though. It's only using your own graphics card, and I think you have to have an NVIDIA graphics card in order to use this feature. I do, so I can use this. I'll say it's not great. I don't think it is incredible. Let's say I want to, I want like a chinoiserie print. I wonder if it can do that. Let's see. And we'll see what it comes up with. Okay, so this is not chinoiserie in the slightest. Okay, but maybe if we do something really simple, like let's say, oh, my cat is Marzipan is here. Let's say a strawberry cake. That should be something simple. So maybe they'll give us something with a strawberry. There we go. So this is a pretty simple strawberry cake design that they have created for me. Now, it's not perfect. If you look up here, like strawberries aren't really spaced super well. Other than that, it's decent. I've definitely created had some other prompts come up that looked like kind of AI crap, I'll say. So this is an amazing feature that I think I'll be using all that much, purely because I think they need to refine it a bit more. But anyway, I thought it would bring that to your attention. And we've got the accessories and craft. I don't know what craft is. What is that? Oh, it's like make your own like clothing or something. I thought I'd show you the preset that I made. That was meant to be say goodbye to our fun clown girl. This is the one I made of me, and you can see I've got this lovely Pippin t-shirt on. Looking kind of awkward. So this is about the best I could do. I think it looks like a really weird Uncanny Valley, like yassified, K-popified version of me. And I also look really young. Like, this is maybe how I looked when I was like 16. I don't know. Despite the fact that I'm on the young adult. I mean, some of you are really nice and tell me that I do still look pretty young, which is great. Keep the compliments coming, you know? But I definitely think I look older than this. Anyway, I appreciate that I can have my glasses. Although I couldn't have more than one set of earrings, so I just have this, and I don't have like my secondary set. Oh, she's moving around so much. Yeah, this actually didn't take too long to do, and I was able to come up with pretty close to my eyes. I think maybe my nose isn't perfect, and I think like my actual face shape isn't perfect. It's hard to make yourself, but this is, I don't know, like decent, I suppose. Like I said, there's just something uncanny. I've been run through like a million filters, right? That's what it looks like. Yeah. So let's move on with her. I guess we'll call her JubileeWhispers. And let's select a trait. I haven't done this yet. Okay. Mediator, dreamer, perfectionist, social activist, volunteer, charmer, socialite, go-getter, visionary, individualist, explorer, scholar, sentinel, collaborator, entertainer, adventurer, authoritarian, leader. Probably pick like entertainer. I feel like that's closest to. Wait, that's a character trait, not like a career though, is it? Actually, probably not. I would probably be like something like perfectionist, or maybe like explorer. I think I'll go with explorer. I like that, but you know, we could go through everything and just kind of go through them. It's nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick explorer. Why? I'm not wise and logical. Okay, how about individualist? Enjoys spending time alone. Frequently feels uncomfortable. Curious feeling lasts a long time. Social gauge decreases slowly. Dislikes conversation. We got it. We got it. Select your desired life. Self-discovery, abundance, tranquility, advancement, freedom, simplicity, contribution, creativity, wisdom, adventure, harmony, romance, familial devotion, excitement, respectability, and stability. Are you guys gonna think I'm boring if I pick simplicity? Aligns with the perfectionist and social active. Perfectionist is one I was gonna pick. Critical thinking, fitness, cooking, coffee, art, and gardening. Also maybe like familial devotion. Also like stability, although this seems worky. Which is the one that I picked? Was it like the individualist? Which one goes with that? Life of freedom. Patience, sweetheart. Okay, we'll pick life of freedom then. Okay. Oh, nervous. Here we go. Complete. Yeah. I'm not gonna give myself a family. Actually, can you make a cat? No, you can't. Go back. Okay, so delete that person. This is the Whispers family. It's literally just me. I got rid of all my real family members. Oh, this is really odd. Oh, here's the cat. Are you gonna review the— oh my goodness, how cute. So, we choose where we want to start. There's like 3 different sort of provinces. Doan, Kusinku, Bliss Bay. Oh, sorry. My dad just called to ask me like nothing. Anyway, okay, Doan, Kusinku, Bliss Bay. I'm inclined towards Bliss Bay. Oh, it's like American City on the coast. That's cute. This one is, oh, like Indonesia. Oh, that sounds lovely. And this one's Korean. Well, I guess since I'm American, I'll pick the American one. So boring. Let's live like the picture perfect white picket fence American life. My cat is rolling around on the ground. She woke up from her nap and she's like ready for attention. She's staring at me, like kind of like rolling around on the floor, and then she stops and like looks at me like really intense. This is cute. Choose a house to move into. Okay, actually, before we do that, this is a good time to go into the build mode, because I won't be building anything for here because I won't have as much money. So I'm gonna choose like a pre-made place, but let's stop and let's do the build mode. That's pre-recorded footage I already took, so I will be talking over that, and then we'll come back right back to this point and we'll do gameplay. Okay, build studio time. Now I am not going to take too long in this section because I have a lot of ground to cover in the other modes, let's be real. So I'm gonna keep this kind of quick, but basically the build studio, so it starts you with this kind of like basic lot, like a simple house that they have put down, and you can also just kind of like put down anything else. It's cute, yeah. Could even do one of the like, oh my gosh, look at this, it's like huge. So 1 story, then we can go up. Wow, it's very nice. So, oh, and then that's all empty. Okay, this one looks intriguing. Interesting. I like the inner courtyard a lot. So I definitely have noticed a con of the game is sort of different styles. I think that there are kind of minimal looks, like the game does modern really well. Anything else, it's not quite as good. I mean, you kind of saw some like classic looks here in houses like this, but you see, like, it just doesn't pop as much. It looks kind of almost asset flippy compared with like the sleek modern look and like the modern sort of furniture. So the game definitely does that better, but you can just kind of like demolish everything and just kind of start from scratch. This is like your kind of home builder thing, and then there's like exterior. So like, I find the controls to be not crazy intuitive. One thing I would like is for there to be a build a room function. There's no click and drag. You have to click and then you place, and then you can really, you know, make it any shape you want. That didn't even line up perfectly, but then you could very easily just delete this little bit right here, so that's okay. And it does make a room, or alternatively you can kind of just like put a couple of walls down and then stop, and then you can kind of grab a wall and then do this. So I've learned that you can do that, and then you could resize it, or it's basically just adding more and more and more rooms. So like I said, a little not super intuitive, and there's a bit of a learning curve. And then I guess I can't you just like click individually. I wanted to like click and like hold, you know, drag. Anyway, then we place like a door. These are the door options. It looks like quite a lot of options, but I feel like there's actually not a huge amount of styles. We have this kind of classic one, French door look, something kind of modern. We have like locker room doors that are like open on the top and bottom, which is kind of cool. Something kind of sleek and modern, and some that are just like all glass. And then you can easily change the style of anything from painted metal to wood, and then you can change from the door, the frame, and the door handle. So I really like that. It is quite easy to change the look of anything. I apologize if you can hear my dog eating in the background. I thought should be done by now. One thing I find really difficult is changing the wall covering. And to be fair, maybe I'm not doing this right. Maybe there's an easier way to do it. Basically, like you click on a wall, or you can grab an entire room like this. Let's just do one wall, for example. And then you click here to say what you want it to be. So like tile or brick. You know, you have quite a few options here. And then, like, let's say I want to do the ceramic tile, but I want it to be green subway tile. Now I want to paint the rest of the walls the same thing. Well, it doesn't do it. It doesn't. You have to then click on that again, and now I've got to match and find a similar color, which is, you know, really hard and awkward. So I figured there must be some way of like setting something, which I thought it would be like this, current material, and then like clicking, but it's not so simple, weirdly. As I said, you can do this and then choose the whole building, but tell me there's got to be an easier way of doing that, because like sometimes you just want to do a couple walls and you want them to look similar, but then you have to do this and try to match it. It's super awkward, so I'm really hoping there's another way of doing that, but I haven't figured it out yet. And I've looked around at selection, and then you can't do the eyedropper tool for some reason. So I don't know, maybe that's something they're working on. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's that, and then similarly to do the floor. Oh, that's just one thing. There we go. Let's do some parquet. We can go back, add in some windows. Okay, another minimal complaint I have is the windows are all massive. Like, you can see the size of the doors. These are really, really tall walls. The walls do get taller. Like, this is, you know, another really tall example, and then this is the tallest example. Crazy, crazy tall though. But we don't have any different height doors, okay? All the doors are like the same height, and they just look absolutely silly on these massive walls, don't they? So I find that this height and this height are more realistic room height walls. Okay, let's pretend that's a room. See, this looks better. Like, I don't know about your rooms, but the room I'm in, there's only another foot of space above the door. And they're not small walls. And, sorry, Marzipan, stop eating that marzipan. Marzi. She's eating a trash bag. So yeah, so it's nice to have these options, but then there's no scaling doors, and then, like I said, the windows are all really tall, so like, you know, this is just a little unrealistic in a regular size house. Even in this next size up, they're a little massive. Not as many small options. You got this, this is a decent, that one's a decent. You know, some of these are small, but then some of these are still quite large. Look at that, that's massive. Okay, but let's put in some holes. We're like making a fake house right now. I also wish it were a little easier to tell the size of these windows, you know? Like this looks like the same size, but it's much smaller. Okay, just gonna put in a few different kinds of windows just to go really crazy. There's even skylights, which is really cool. Are these the skylights? When you say skylight, I thought that it would be like something you could put on the roof, but maybe not. Anyway, so just going crazy, just putting in a bunch of weird windows. This one is really odd. I kind of like it. Makes me think of like a penthouse apartment or something. And then this one's the only kind of classic shutter style one. And then you can add a roof. Although another complaint for the roof system is that whatever reason you can't have roofs intersecting. So let's say you're doing a gable like this, and then you go do another gable like this. Well, they cannot overlap, so you have to have them like that, which is a little silly. Gonna adjust the edges. So this part, these little guys, these little grabby guys, these are the things that I find not as intuitive. Learning how to use all this. I'm learning, but I've spent a couple of hours in this build mode already to get to this point, okay? Ladders, that's cool though. And then floor tiles and blueprints, you can put down more. Then you got furniture right here. And, trying to get inside. So, you know, it's kind of limited in what you have so far. I'm not really that mad at it yet because I know that we're just starting out. But like, here's a fridge nook, and then I guess you can stick a fridge in it. That actually doesn't really look like it fits. Furniture cannot overlap. Well, that's kind of silly that you would then let me do that. But you can hit Alt and you can free place, so you can actually kind of make it fit. Looks silly though, doesn't it? There are it autosaves every now and then, which is really nice, because how many of us have been building something in The Sims and it crashed and you lost everything, you know? So there are a few counter options, like this country, like a minimalist modern one, natural, and you can go through and you could change out the countertop, like if you want it to be wood or if you want it to be marble. Change the color. I love the customization here. I do really love it. Change the look. Plastic. Matte plastic. Change the color. Love that. However, there are no islands. Well, sort of. There are... Where are they? There are two things that are somewhere. Where are they? It's weird that I can't find them. Where on earth are they? It's under tables? Yeah, there's these two bar counters. This and this. And this is it in terms of like an island. So the only two options. So it's not like you have, like in The Sims, this and then an island version, counter an island. You literally just have these two options if you want to do like an island. So you can't make, say, an L-shaped island, which is what I have. Okay, so it's like a minor thing. Also not a huge amount of beds, but you know, it's okay. Like, we're still... I wish it would be easier to rotate things. I just kind of have to hit C and C. So I do think the controls could use a bit of work. You can do it like this though, if you've placed it, and then you can free rotate and free place. And you can click. Okay, so it's a little awkward, but we're learning. You can easily change the time of day. Love that. I really do like that. Makes it easy. You can just turn on the photo mode. You can just take pictures inside. It's really great. What else? So weirdly, this bit says remove, rotate, and scale, yet I haven't figured out anything that can scale. Not even like the plants, as far as I'm aware. So I'm still trying to see where the scaling comes in, because there are some things I would love to scale. Like, look, come on, that's tiny. Wouldn't you like to scale that? Make it a lot bigger? Dunno. That's not an option yet. Very minimal curtain options, but that's kind of not to end the world. So similar to in Inzoi, where we had the utilization of like this AI feature, you can do that in the artwork. And this is the only way I could see this being like kind of useful, is maybe creating some sort of like painting. Like you could say like, let's say painting of a man and his dog. Let's just see what that gives us. And so far it's been pretty quick. Okay, that's literally just a man, and he's a pretty horrifying man at that. So this is what I mean by the AI stuff is not very good. But if anything, that does reassure me that it's definitely being trained in-house and is not utilizing external AI and ones that are stealing art, because it's not good. Like if it were stealing art from actual trained artists, it probably would be a lot better, right? So there's that at the very least. But you can really easily load up your own textures. So like I can easily, I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to do this, but like here's a picture of me. It's me holding a mushroom I made. Okay, it looks terrible, but you know, if I wanted to be like really vain, I could do this. There's no way to fix the stretch issue yet, like it stretched it to a square when it's naturally a rectangle. So, you know, that's something. But anyway, it's fun that that's an option at the very least. And then I could change the color of the frame and all that. So that's fun. And you can do the same thing with like your bedspread. Like let's say I could even make I meant to do it on the bedding. Like I could put my face absolutely everywhere. Look how hilarious I look here. This is amazing. Right? I could make a shrine to myself. I bet I could put myself on the fridge. Maybe not. Anyway, I like that the possibilities are endless in that way. You can make things as goofy and ugly as you want. Don't necessarily love the AI features. I don't think it's great. Stickers, that's cute. So yeah, build mode, decent. Then there's like this 3D printer thing, which I actually have not done yet. Upload a photo to convert into a 3D object. Okay, it sounds scary. We're gonna test it out. Let me get a picture of Pippin. Actually, I have this image of a little toaster light for some reason. I don't know why I have it, but I bought this light for a friend because it was so cute, and I think I was like showing it to someone else because I was like, should I get my friend this because it's so cute? So for some reason I have this saved image. So let me see what it will do. Wow, it actually kind of made it. So this is kind of terrifying. It's just made up. I can tell you that's not what the back of it looks like. It just ends like right there. It's a toaster. That is kind of horrifying. Rotate it so it stands upright. Okay. And then place it on the desk. So place it on the sorry, it's the Z-axis. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, and now toast light. And so now I guess I have this toast light that's been through. Oh, it's massive. Okay. It's this weird 3D printed toast light. And again, this would be a great opportunity to scale. Oh, I can actually adjust it. That's great. It's still massive. But, well, that is weird, isn't it? Unsure how I feel about that. And then you could do custom furniture. Oh my god, froggy chair. That's amazing. I want to 3D print one more thing. I want to 3D print a picture of my cat and see how horrifying that will be. I actually saw someone do that. Let's see. Actually, I have a great picture of Marzipan that would work well. She's like looking so puffy. I'll see how this works. Because there's kind of stuff around her, so I don't know how it's gonna handle that. Oh my god, why is she concave? This is hilariously weird. Oh my god. Well, it's really hard to say what is standing up straight, to be honest. Actually, let's rotate her so that her feet are like there we go. Now maybe I can. That is so bizarre. This is wow. There she is, looking weirdly concave. But the possibilities are endless. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a small build I did. I tried to build my house, and you know, it's not bad. It does kind of resemble my house. Specifically, I'll show you my office. It's kind of cute. Okay, here's my office, and a lot of you probably know what my office looks like because I even recently did an office tour. So it's not like one for one, but this is the desk, kinda, and computer, my bed, and they didn't have any like curtain lights, so I did this, which is kind of cute. And there's my bookcase. I even put some artwork on the walls, and it's just kind of random artwork. There's even some like yarn down there, although it's thread, not yarn. And I will say like the proportions are not right. Weirdly, this lamp is spot on. My actual lamp in here looks exactly like that. It even has like the twisty stem. I don't know what to call it. The lamp post. It's like in a pattern like that. So yeah, the proportions are probably the one thing that it's hard to get right, but then that would be in anything. It's hard to exactly match your real life proportions, but it's a good kind of litmus test, you know, for a build mode. So just kind of adding some more detail, put some books over there. It was pretty easy to do. Like I've said before, a little bit of a learning curve. I've kind of figured it out, and now I'm learning more about how to customize and make things look better. I was gonna say, like, this definitely makes my house look really ugly. I don't think my house is like this ugly in real life, but the like carpet and the walls and all that look so drab and boring. It was making me think, like, should I repaint my house? It's not this bad in real life, but my walls are pretty neutral. So here's like pre-loaded, you know, artwork. So I think this is probably better for doing cute artwork. But you could probably also just load up a bunch of pictures of your own pets and family members and stuff. So here I'm trying out the custom textures and all that. It's weirdly squished Pippin's head, so hopefully there'll be a squash option. Here's the photo I'm using on my Zoe's shirt. It's really funny. And then I can just like test out the AI one more time. So here, for example, I said a cat sleeping on its back, and just like the other times I've used this, it gave me something really wonky and weird. Like at first glance you're like, okay, not terrible, but look up close, look at the eyes. Terrible. I think it's bad. I mean, compare it with an actual picture of a cat on the left. Like, it's terrible. So, deleting that. And we'll just leave yelling Pippin. Or smug Pippin. Sus Pippin. So far, the best thing it's given me is if I type in something like an abstract painting, and it just gives me kind of a pattern. That's kind of the best use of it that I found so far. Even though it's not super gorgeous, but like it's kind of low res a little bit. Anyway, I've been messing around with it enough. And you can tell, like I said, that it's in-house trained, because if I put in like my name, look at that, what is that? That's not JubileeWhispers, right? Or if I try putting in ASMR, it clearly doesn't know what ASMR is, so it's not scanning the internet and using, like, stealing graphics or searching YouTube or anything like that. Some people said that it was able to put in Mickey Mouse, but that's because of Steamboat Willie, I'm pretty sure, who is common, like, creative, like, license. It's so old that it's fair use at this point. It's in the public domain, so anything that's in the public domain you can look up, apparently. So that's that. It does kind of capture the vibe of my office a little bit. I'll say my office isn't that cramped, I don't feel like. Like, I do have a bit more room between the chair and my bed, but it's close, you know? And this is kind of what I did with my kitchen. It's like not that close, but you can see I was like messing with the island, like trying to get it to make my island, which this was kind of as close as I can get. I just kind of double stacked counters behind them, and I hadn't put any bar stools yet, so I was just doing that here, and I found these, which are pretty close, except my bar stools aren't wood. They're like fake leather, but they're the similar color. So yeah, I'll just speed through, show you some other little things I did here and there, little decorating. So this is what I'm saying, that like, if you're looking for a specific style, you're not necessarily gonna find it. So doing something like replicating your real life house might not go super well, but if you use just all their in-house assets and create something with that, you can probably make something a lot better looking. As I have really yet to do. I haven't like messed around, made a house from scratch, but I'm really looking forward to doing that. After figuring out how the controls work, I do find it promising, and I'm looking forward to playing more around, specifically in build mode, because let's be real, that's my favorite thing to do in these games. So this has been build mode. I hope that you got a good sort of view of it, and I didn't really do any like 2-story houses or anything like that, so sorry, it's a bit of an oversight on my part there. But if you have anything to add about build mode or any of the aspects of gameplay, let me know in the comments. Alright, let's get back to my Inzoi and let's play with life a little bit. Welcome back to the gameplay. I've just been waiting here all this time for you to come back. So, apartments. Another family lives here. So we've got some like what look like empty lots, and also some apartments. City Nest apartment. Wear shoes indoors. Yeah. Public school. This one empty lot. These are empty houses. Beachfront drive. I've got 55M, whatever the M is. So these are, oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, I'd love to buy that one, but clearly I cannot afford it. I have to pick one of these bouncing ones. So I can either pick 5151 Sunshine Ave, 6117 Sunshine Ave. These are empty lots. this is recommended for 3 to 4 people, so like let's pick one of these two. Let's pick 5151 Sunshine Ave. Play. Go. Purchase. Sure. And now we're gonna start zoing. Are you ready to zoe, everyone? So, as I stated earlier, I've heard the gameplay is one of the more lacking aspects of the game. So I'm cautiously pessimistic about that. Saika is the cute ragdoll. And so I think this is a interesting option. Most life sim games, it's a point and click to move. However, you also have the option to WASD it. I think that a lot of people really hate doing this. I haven't tried it yet, but I actually like the idea of the WASD. I think that I'm used to controlling people that way. However, I think if you're running like a multi-person household, I think that's too much. I think the click is the way to go, right? Okay, and then our camera controls are like left click, right click, zoom, yeah. Okay. Use money cheat, look at that, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Oh, spacebar is not pause. What's she doing? Girl, what are you doing? Okay. Literally the first thing this girl does is hoover the yard. Ma'am, are you okay? Like, I love to hoover. Okay, I don't love to hoover, but like, I vacuum a lot, like, you know, every week. Never in my life, though, have I gone and vacuumed my grass. Like, that's unhinged behavior, girl. Also, don't know why I have a baseball bat. You're not gonna be using that. I don't even understand how that sport works. Let's see our house. Let's go in the house. Oh, see, that's awkward. I was using WSD to move the camera because I forgot that that's how you control the... Yeah, okay. So here's the build mode. It's obviously looking a lot cuter than the house that I made. My house, you know. It's definitely a lot cuter, yeah. I think it looks cute. Nice kitchen. I've got a bathroom in here. I've got a home office. And why do I have a table in my bedroom? Honestly, we can sell that. My bedroom is absolutely massive though. And my laundry room's here. And then I have my own private ensuite bathroom as well. So first of all, was curious, how do I go in the build mode? There we go. Let's sell this and get myself a little bit more cash. There we go. Money back. Amazing. Now how do I leave this? Leave the build mode. Go back, I guess. Okay. So here's my like stats: hunger, hygiene, sleep, bathroom, fun, social, recognition. That's interesting. And energy. Okay. Let me try. I'm gonna try controlling her via WSD. Ooh. I don't hate it, I don't love it. It looks like I have mail. Do I or do I not have mail? Okay, another thing I'm realizing now is that there was no way of, there's no way, okay, chill, there's no mail. There was no way to change my voice, so what you see is what you get, I guess. Or what you hear is what you get. You know, I couldn't change my voice. It's okay. There's a dog over here. I don't know why, but I'm reminded of GTA. The realistic graphics, I think. And the WASD to control. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the WASD. Tour permissions, interesting. Okay, let's walk in my home. Oh, that was cool. Although it looks like really dark in here in comparison. Okay, She's freaking out all the time, sounds like. I'm gonna go on my computer and let's see if we can like find her a job. Karma action. That's interesting. Okay, I'm already like I'm 2 minutes into the gameplay and I'm already over the repetitive voice line. So she keeps doing this like you sound like you're in pain. Like enough. Right? Work on programming, compose music, create video. Create video. Perfect. Let's watch her create a video. What do you think she's gonna do? Also, I don't think the people look as cute as they did in the Inzoi. I now look like Alex Chen. Like, exactly like Alex Chen from Life is Strange, which don't get me wrong. Alex Chen does look like me. Like, but anyway. Okay, this is gonna be called Skyrim Main Quest Speedrun. Description. A 4-hour-long speedrun of my favorite game, Skyrim. Oh, that's fun. Okay, it's cute. Oh, it actually looks so much like my editing software. Like, wait, that's it? That's it? You're done? Was that it? You're already done? Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you using the bat? No. What are you doing? Let's just follow her and see what she does. Oh. Turned on the TV. Okay, well, I didn't say you could watch the TV, so. Value-based action. Interesting. General action. Invest in stocks. Very interesting. I don't know what she's doing now. Let's go meet some people, yeah? Okay, I'm taking control again. I'm using WASD. Let's just see. Let's just kind of zoom out. And it looks very California, doesn't it? There's a person over here. Should we go talk to them? My cats want to leave. This is Kako Yamamoto. Agree energetically. We have the same hair. A little awkward. So I appreciate that they went with the like nonsensical sort of. I'm gonna change the sort of voice. What would it be under dialogue? I'll turn them down a bit because there are other. I don't know. I think it's the way to go is to have gibberish like. Okay, and agree with cuteness. Let's see what that is like. Hit her with the heart. Oh, she hated it. Alright, let's recommend Zoe Life game to Kako Yamamoto. It's very... Oh, no. Okay, well, no, it's fine. Alright, we don't have to do that. Fine. Oh, is that... Are they just dressed the exact same? Interesting, they're dressed the exact same. So whatever we just did, they didn't like it, and... Oh, I can run, okay. Let's go to this park. I have a phone and a bag. Alright, Clover Park basketball court. Shall we play some basket? I don't think I'm good at playing basket. Let's see what I can do. No, I can't do anything here. There's nothing. Maybe this is only for children. Can't seem to interact with anything here. I guess it's children only. Yeah, I actually don't mind the WASD walk. I think it like Takes some getting used to though. Let's practice shooting baskets. Let's see how that goes. Probably terrible. Oh, we just changed. Oh, girl, no. Press tab to do shoulder view. But my fitness leveled up. You want to do it again? Nope. Sorry, I didn't actually connect. And then top view. What is... Oh, like this? Top down. Okay. She's bad at this. Just like me in real life. Let's fast forward a little bit. Come on. One basket. Come on. Just do one basket and then you can stop. Sounds like my mom growing up. Yes. There you go. Alright, and now you can stop. Good girl. Okay. So now I'm just wearing yoga pants and I don't know how to like change. Okay, there we go. Change. I actually literally only picked one outfit. So I have absolutely no idea what the rest of our clothes... This is your formal outfit? It's terrible. I would never wear that. What are your winter clothes like? Nope. That doesn't look like me. PJs are cute. They look like they have little cats on them. I actually like that. Party outfit. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Just put on your regular summer clothes. Oh, no. Okay, I don't actually know. Oh, it's everyday. It's everyday clothes. Okay. That's what I did. Do I have a car? I don't have a car, do I? Can I steal a car? Oh, I'm stuck on the car. So, no stealing cars. So, it's not too GTA, I suppose. Can I... What was that? I'm amused. Okay. I was just curious if, like... Yeah, looks like you can use public transportation to go somewhere. Let's go somewhere. Okay, so we're here. So, do you want to go to the beach? There's also like... Oh, it just says where you can go. Okay, let's go over there, because it's like a, It's like a... What's the word? A boardwalk. Yeah, boardwalk. That was the term I was looking for. And I heard that there's like actual rides you can ride, which I think is a really cute detail. Like give them like a little roller coaster and all that. Oh, that was really loud. She checked her phone. Hello. Create very formally. Oh, chatting thing is busy. Okay, I'm sorry. Thought we were gonna make a friend, but... King Claw Restaurant? I'm not really sure how much are, you know, like it looks like a lot of these buildings are just kind of like fronts that we can't really go in. Yeah, honestly, the boardwalk and all that is also really giving me big GTA vibes. Like, GTA 5 is also set in like LA. I'm at Bliss Bay Amusement Park, and I want to go on the roller coaster. Where do you get on the roller coaster? Down over here. Okay. This music is incredibly loud. How do I go on this roller coaster? That's like buy tickets for it somewhere. Oh, tickets. Look, I bet you get them here. No? No? Tickets? I'm clicking on it. I don't... Okay, well, I can't figure out how to use this ticket booth. If I can use this ticket booth. So that's pretty confusing. There's a person here who I assume is selling hot dogs. See if I can buy a hot dog from her. Eat a hot dog. This is something I would never do in real life. I hate hot dogs, to be honest. Okay. There's no like progress of the hot dog beanie, and it's just like a completely intact hot dog. And then it's gone. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Someone is doing street art here. It's pretty cool. I like that. I still would love to know how on earth I get a ticket to go on this dang roller coaster. There's an ATM here. Because this is like cash only, and that one says cash credit. But like, I assume I'd have both. I don't actually know. Okay, so checking account's not really doing anything, I suppose, because you can always see your money. I'm wondering if things are like just not open right now or something. Can I walk here? You cannot move here. Look, there's people here though. I'm so annoyed. Like, how on earth do I get on this dang roller coaster? Oh, they're going without me. I'm absolutely livid. Everyone else is going on rides and having fun. The fact that this is like highlighted makes me think, you know, it's actually something that I could do. Eat popcorn. Well, I'm about to give up on this darn roller coaster. Oh look, here's a place I can actually go inside. What is this place? Is this where I get a ticket? This looks like the employees. That's actually really cute. So could I work here if I wanted? Can I go in here? Hamburger carts, the hot dog cart. I mean, I'm good on hunger because I had that hot dog. That's really cute that there's like, you know, the NPCs are working in here. Different, you know, the theme park office boys for employees only, and I can see like a lock on everything, changing into their employee uniforms. Super cute. I really like that detail. I still would love to get a ticket, guys. I don't actually understand how I do anything. Can I maybe ask, Talia, how do I ride this roller coaster? Could you give me a ticket? Do you want to be friends? Let me on the roller coaster, please. How do I like ask you about work? Say there's a cat only you can see. Ask about career, maybe? Oh, she's already gone away. Okay. There's a lot of employees in this office. Like, honestly, like a lot. And there's like not a lot of people outside. Okay, well, I'm about to give up on the roller coaster. I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Is there like an easy go home button? I guess not. I guess I just have to go back to the bus. Ah, yeah, here we go. Use the public transportation. I can press tab and I can just sort of follow myself around. So, graphics, I think it looks pretty good. It does remind me of a GTA sort of style. Lots of people are just kind of standing around kind of blankly. It feels moderately lively, I would say. Like, I do see them walking around and doing stuff, but like, I think this guy's working, so like I appreciate that. I saw some people say the world felt very empty and not very alive while he's running. But yeah, it's moderate, I would say. About what I would expect from any sort of life sim game, really. Why are you slowing down? Can you walk a little bit faster? Okay, I'm taking over. I'm gonna control you now because you're going too slow. Also realized that time is moving like really slowly. I thought it was like afternoon already. It's not even 11 a.m. You can change the speed like that. It's really interesting. And also in the settings I saw you could change the day length. You could also turn on whether or not your Zois are aging. Utility bills are charged every Friday at 9 a.m. That's interesting. Well, I still don't feel like she has any sort of job, and I'm sort of unclear. Oh, that was odd. How to get a job? Are you going home? Where's my home? It's like this one? It's that one, I think. I think the world looks really good though. I like the graphical style. A little bit of Uncanny Valley and like the animations and all that. Like, they do feel slightly lifeless. I think it's just the lack of facial animations, which is pretty normal for a lot of games. Now, I'm not seeing too many like crazy things happening, you know? That's kind of a common concern about a lot of like modern simulation games, is that they want crazy random things happening that, you know, just kind of cause chaos. So nothing chaotic has really happened. I still would like to, I guess, create another video, but so far I don't really see what creating these videos is doing. It's not making me money. It's... Oh, okay. Continue that. So, okay. So I basically wasn't... I started that, but I wasn't working on it. I like that I can move things around the UI easily like that. I like that a lot. Like I could put it over here if I wanted to. I leveled up my media production. How do I make that into a career though, is what I want to know. What are all these? What is this? Are these like people? Creating Skyrim Bingo speedrun. And here's my phone. This is cute. Marzipan, please don't scratch my chair. So I've got the schedule, city map, dream car, pocket market, events, and then diary, payments, and news seem to be grayed out for some reason. My ambitious notes: stay healthy, live a healthy life without illness. And my current bills are 0. It's at 89%. I don't know if my using it actually like goes down or not, if I actually have to charge it. That would be an insane level of detail. So let's look at my schedule. Unemployed, Meow Store. The Meow things, I think, were how I paid for the tickets. I think maybe I just like needed to, I don't know how to get meow coins. So I have an ambition to like buy fitness equipment and work out. I've technically been working out when I was doing the basketball. Karma report. It's interesting that we have this soul dashboard. This is something kind of unique in my karma status. I have pretty bad karma though. We didn't really make a good impression of Kako Yamamoto. View the souls currently present in the city. Wow. City appearance. Utilize signs, trees, I can't really read all that. To customize your own city. This is interesting. Yeah, I definitely want to eat my words that I wasn't sure there was a whole lot to do. I think this is a decent early access. It does feel like they haven't gone too early access, you know what I mean? Some games, they're usually upfront about it. We'll release a game in a very, very early playable state, like practically at alpha, and you'll see some serious progression. Usually the game is cheaper, but there's usually not a lot of content, but you should know what you're getting into. You should know that it's pretty early access, pretty bare bones. I'd say this is decent along the pipeline. The game seems to be in a pretty playable state. I'm sure there are bugs. Haven't encountered any yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if I saw one. And I can tell that the gameplay is not as fully fleshed out as like the build and the Zoe mode, but I think it's good. However, I haven't been playing very long. You know, let me play for 6, 7, 8 hours and then I'll see. I think more gameplay is gonna come into play if I have like a family, you know, like spouse and kids or something. I think that should be interesting. We'll see how that looks. I love how we can just actually put a filter on the whole game. I think is kind of cute. It's actually really fun to do. This one's wild though. I don't really know why I would wanna. It's funny, like it actually does look like me, especially like if I put a fish islands on me, I do look like this goofy, yeah. I could be making a thriller. It's cute, super cute. Keep it on that. Here's the view. Me working away on my Skyrim speedrun, and then the free cam is kind of how I, you know, kind of how I have it. There we go. You can kind of hide the UI to get like a really good shot. And let's see what else. You can go floor up, see my roof. I haven't actually looked around my backyard. Do I even have anything in the backyard? Okay, definitely a hard habit to break is going to be not hitting WASD because I tend to do that. And whenever I do that, I seem to be canceling my action because it's like she's looking to like get up. So, I really want you to finish this because I want to know what happens. Wants to buy fitness equipment. Okay, I know. We'll get you some fitness equipment. The photo mode is cute. Let's do a portrait. She's working though. Smiling while working? Not depressed. Yeah, this is accurate. This is accurate. Yeah, facial animations a little goofy. They're not fantastic. They're no Bethesda though, I'll say that. Okay, I'm just kind of looking around all the things I can do. Just my 3 relationships with the 3 ladies I've met, and none of them are really good. I have heard a lot of people say that it's similar to The Sims, in which you can meet a person and you could be married to them by evening. Like, it's not hard to progress a relationship really quickly, unnaturally quickly, propose to them, get married, yada yada yada, super fast. I don't know that that's necessarily like a point against Inzoi. I think that that's just kind of the state of life simulators, and I think if it were slower and more realistic, I think a lot of people would find that frustrating, because we do actually have pretty short attention spans. Like, it's not as not as lengthy as we would like in video games. Edit city. Okay, I actually don't want to do that. I think the city map's super cute though, and I can even see the weather. It's 19 degrees Celsius. I really want to buy that fitness equipment. Okay, well, let's go to the build mode, and I assume it's under hobby. So we have like a rack, press, treadmill. Oh, I do have that baseball bat. I don't want that though. What about a hula hoop? That is cheap and fun. I will just put it in the middle of my living room, and then there we go. So I did that. What did I get? Changed my mood. Tranquil. Okay, so that just kind of popped off, and I can turn the autonomy on or off. That's very nice. So the hunger's going down a bit. Fun is pretty high. Hygiene, all that, pretty high. Let's go very fast. Let's actually go mega fast. I want you to finish this darn video. And then I'm curious to see, like, cooking. Like, what? Oh. Video complete. Now available for sale on the computer or from your bag. I'm actually gonna turn the autonomy off. So if I say create video, is that where I can do it? Is that right? Can sell. Quality bad. Why is that part in Korean? Maybe is it meant to be in Korean? Okay, I'm selling my bad video for 15 monies. That is pretty terrible, honestly. That doesn't feel good. Let's go make a meal. We'll make lunch. Make food. So is this like a mood thing? Like saying like my day in a mood? That's interesting. Egg bread. Egg bread. That's funny. We'll make a salad. That's a standard lunch of mine. Ooh, curry rice. Okay, make your sad salad, girl. Let's follow her, actually. Cute. It's cute. Cooking leveled up to 1. That's awesome. So now I can make the curry rice in the future, I hope. Okay, you've really stirred that salad. I think we're good. Meal complete. I really like the UI. I think it's really clean. It's really simple. I really enjoy it. I do really like the look of the houses. I do think that that's another point where we can add a lot more content. Like, we don't have a huge array of windows, doors, but it's early days, right? It's early days. I'm not judging that too much. I think that that's something that can be changed. My fork is completely like phasing through my bowl, but yeah, I mean, The Sims didn't have loads of content when it first came out either, and a lot has been added over free updates to the game, so not even necessarily through paid DLC. Like, we've gotten a lot more free content in The Sims, so I am not judging that very much. I'm sure that we'll have more furniture options in the future. Oh, Pippin is so he's like curled up in this cute little ball by the door. He looks like he wants to leave, bless his heart. The time is actually amazingly slow. I feel like some people might even think it is too slow. Okay, smell. Smell. I don't want to smell it. Okay, she's automatically cleaning up. And she's washing nothing right now. Oh, there we go. So she's just kind of generically doing the dishes, but not specifically the bowl we just used. Okay. Okay. Direct water purifier. And my microwave and my fridge. But she's doing pretty good. Oh, did you want to use your hula hoop? Why can't I use the hula hoop? That's really weird. I bought this dang hula hoop for you to use. Fart secretly. That is so odd. I love that that's an option though. This is funny. Clap, clean, use the vacuum cleaner. AI motion. Make AI emote. Okay, what on earth? What is this? I heard someone say something about you can make your own emotes, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. Oh, so like I put in a video of me? I don't know. This is too much for me. I don't have a like easily accessible video or whatever. Okay, but I can't do anything with this hula hoop, and I don't know what was the point of buying the hula hoop if I can't use it. So I am gonna sell it, I guess. Get my $5 back, 'cause weird. Okay, let's go outside again, 'cause I'm looking to see if just anything, crazy and random will happen. I wanted to see a little bit of the, the randomness of the world and the crazy things. Let's go maybe talk to these people. They look like they're already having a conversation. Oh, does anyone want to talk to me? I met you earlier, right? Hey, what's your job? Let's recommend yoga poses. I'm in between jobs right now. Okay. Try and find common ground. Oh, we're actually doing the yoga pose right now. We're just showing it right now. Okay, our relationship's going up. This is good. Say that looking at you that way makes you uncomfortable. Hit an awkward point in the conversation. Let's hit an awkward point in the conversation. See, that was awkward. Okay. My arm is clipping through my jacket. I'm a little concerned that this dog is just out here all day, but there's really nothing I can do about it, apparently. Mock. We're gonna be really mean. What else can we do? And then we'll kiss him on the forehead. This is chaotic. No. I want to really make an enemy. The conversation isn't working. What is this? What did I do? North Beach and I don't know why that's on my schedule, to be honest. He's leaving. Ask them to go away. So, I've been antagonizing him and nothing's really happened. Okay, well, I'm trying. I keep getting stuck on cars. Well, I've been playing this for quite a long time, to be honest. I think I'm gonna be taking a break. I am really cautiously optimistic about Inzoi. I think it's really fun. I wanted to see if this guy would hit me with his car. He kinda did, but then I kinda jumped out of the way. I think you can hit people with your car, which is why I was checking. Which is kind of funny, kind of dark. Yeah, so Inzoi, fun, pretty detailed, but lacking in hair and in body sizes. The house building, really like it, but then I'm always a sucker for a good like house build, and that's, I'm easily impressed there. Actually, no, it's the other way around. I like it a lot, but I am hard to please, but it's really good. It's a good looking house build, whatever. Gameplay, fun so far. Doesn't seem to have an insane amount of options in terms of things to do. Definitely think point goes to the games like The Sims there, where the UI, maybe the conversation's laid out a little easier, although there's also like a million like dialogue lines to go through and trees to go through to like have a conversation. It's also awkward. The UI is clean, simple, and pretty intuitive. However, like the build mode and some of the Inzoi UI is not super intuitive. There's definitely learning curves. Overall, I'm enjoying it. We'll see if it's worth the $40 price point that I paid for early access, and we'll see what kind of content they keep adding. So let me know if you want me to play Inzoi again in the future, and I hope you had fun. Thank you for joining me in my JubileeZoi today, and we will see you next time. Bye bye everybody. Night night.